call it Merced, I can always go ahead. 9 campuses. It's a rather intriguing concept of higher education. And I'll just give you one reason. 15, 20 years ago, you never knew taking a class if it was transferable, if it was acceptable, if you wanted to move your credentials from one school to another. Now everything is known. You know, it's on the computer. You want to go to Cal State, and you're taking something here, check. If you're going to community college, going to go to Cal State, or going to UC, check. Everything is there. Everything's transparent. So we've joined the system of it. So you have a lot of options in terms of what you want to do and how you want to get there. All right. Let me just talk about 3 or 4 things in general, and then I want to hear what kind of questions you might have. Let's just assume that you want to graduate from UCI. Okay? A humble assumption, but one is good. Let's assume that you have in your vision, in your dreams, going on to get a master's degree, but that UCI is going to set you up for moving on. What you do here matters. Simple. I'm not going to lecture you, but there's a lot of things that you have to do, there's a lot of things that you have to understand that are important to your next step in life, whatever it might be. Now, UCI is famous for a lot of things at the undergraduate level. Regardless of your major, what is it that you think is important that you have on your resume that you have done when you move to the next step?
Research and internships.
Okay. One is research. Another is internships, community service. What else? This is the modern 21st century. What are experiences and skills that you need?
Computer.
Regardless of your major. What?
Computer skills.
Computer. That's right. What else? Courses. We don't have any courses on speeches, how to speak, how to deliver speeches, etc. There's some clubs, and there's others that work on that, and there's some research programs that work on that. Okay. What else? Do you think of anything else? Yes?
Can you network as much as you can?
Absolutely. The networking skills while you're an undergraduate are the kinds of skills that are going to help you move on, and a skill that's going to help you when you get to the next level of education. Okay. There's a lot of others. Now, let me ask you the secret sensitive question. How many of you have done internships on and off campus? How many of you have done your ROP? How many here are doing an honors thesis? How many here have done community and public service? In terms of some of the programs that social sciences has. Raise your hand if you've done them all.
All?
Yeah.
You've done them or you're in them? Doing them.
I don't know about all of them.
If you were going to apply for UCI and I was at another school and I knew a little bit about UCI, I know what UCI offers. And you're applying, you're a UCI student, you were here 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. I expect to see 4 or 5 of those things, if not all of them.
Oh, shit.
And I'm not trying to demoralize you, I'm simply saying, if you're going to be here for a period of time, what's more important? Joining a sorority or fraternity, or doing your ROP, doing community service, going to UCDC, doing EAP? I know people who join fraternities and sororities who can't leave because they're a junior leader, which means they explain the code, they explain the Constitution, and collect money and plan events. So they can't go to UCDC, they can't go to EAP unless they step out or step away. I just use that as an example. There's others who get involved in questionable activities. It might be economically beneficial. I don't see why a student should spend 3 years in housing just because they're getting free housing. It doesn't let you do anything. Okay? So all I'm saying right now is be aware of what UCI contributes to you, what it offers. And not knowing is not an excuse. Everybody sends out Zotmail, everybody else sends out posters, everybody sends out emails and things saying, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, there's a club that you might be interested in, Global Connect operates this way. The Legal Society, not the Legal Society, but the legal program offers these 2 or 3 schools, or 2 or 3 programs across schools. You have to have a sheet of paper that says, these are all the things I could potentially do, and this is what I would get out of it. Now, how many you actually do over a period of 3 or 4 years, that's your choice. But you can't be here 3 or 4 years and ignore what's being offered to you as value added.
Amen.
Amen, okay. EAP, again, UCDC, UROP, they actually give you money, $300, $500, $1,000 to do research. So that's one thing I will sell you about. Find out what can be offered. Find out what you can do. And don't feel bad the 4 year to graduate and say, well, I wish I would have done this, this, and this, and this, and that's what happens often. Or I was totally unaware that, that you guys gave money for our research. And you can do it twice, you can do it 3 times. You have to have a research mentor. You have to understand research methodology. Okay? So that's the first thing I would tell you about recognizing what UCI offers and what's UCI's reputation. And its #1 reputation is research. And the interesting thing is that because the sites show care and others, research at the undergraduate level has become a valued opportunity. Okay. The second thing is more psychological. Anybody in business? Anybody taking a business course?